Hello, everybody! Very good evening. Welcome to the Night Safari and to the Creatures of the Night show. How's everyone feeling today? Are you guys feeling good? Yeah. Great. Now, before we start the show, we have a couple of important things that we need to mention. So first of all, take a look around the amphitheater. We have 3 staircases. 1, 2, and 3. Now, once the show starts, please refrain from moving up and down these steps because animals will be coming out from around you. Okay, so in order for this to happen, we seek your cooperation. Please remain seated until we say thank you and good night. Our second message, our animals might look very cuddly, very adorable, very cute, very tempting to touch, but please do not try to reach out to touch our animals because even though they are trained, they only recognize their trainers. So if you do try to reach out to touch them, they will not hesitate to let you know how they feel. Okay, we're talking about sharp claws and teeth, so please keep your hands to yourselves and let's have a safe and a fun show. And last but not least, we are right here in the Night Safari and the animals we are bringing out tonight are mainly nocturnal animals. Now these animals, they're very sensitive to bright lights and sudden flashes. So please refrain from using flash photography at any point during the show. In fact, if you guys could, do me a favor, take out your handphones, your cameras, check that you do not have your flash functions or your spotlight functions switched on, right? Just take a few test shots. Just make sure that you do not have any flashes coming out your phone or your cameras. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to be doing a couple of different translations for this very important message. So first of all, I'm going to be starting off with my mother tongue, Chinese. Any Chinese speaking guests here tonight? 有会说华语的朋友们吗？你们在哪里？大家晚上好。拍照的时候请不要用闪光灯，好不好？谢谢你们。Okay, great. We're going to move on to Japanese. Any Japanese speaking guests here today? Japanese speaking guests, okay, some of them here. Anyone else? Okay, 皆さんこんばんは。撮影するときカメラのフラッシュを使わないでください。ありがとうございます。Great, we're gonna move on to Korean. Any Korean speaking guests? Okay, here we go. Okay, anyone over there? Okay, great. 안녕하세요. 사진 촬영 시 프레시를 켜지 말아주세요. 감사합니다. We're gonna move on next. We're gonna do Hindi. Any Hindi speaking guests? Okay, wonderful. Namaste. सब लोग अपने कैमरा के फ्लैश बंद कीजिए. ठीक है. शुक्रिया. Wonderful. Now we're gonna move on to maybe a European language. German. Any German speaking guests? Okay, out there. Anyone else? I hope I didn't miss anyone else out. Guten Abend. Bitte benutzen Sie keinen Blitz. Dankeschön. Okay, any other languages I missed that you guys want me to try today? We've got Malay. What else have we got? We've got Tamil. Arabic. Okay, very interesting languages we have today. What's that? Arabic. Okay, anything else? Dutch. Okay, can I have one more, maybe one more suggestion rather.
Nepali.
Telugu. Okay, let me see. We have Telugu, Arabic, and I think all of you understand English. Okay, we're gonna wrap everything up and then we're gonna get started with the show, alright everyone? So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Night Safari. For the safety and the welfare of our animals, please refrain from using flash photography at any point during the show. If you do see any flashes going off around you, do us a favor, give the person a tap on their shoulder and tell them, sir or ma'am, can you please switch off your flash? Can we do that for the animals? Yes? Okay, now we just got one last question before we start the show. Are you guys ready for the show? Yeah! Not convincing. Let's try that louder. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready for the show? Yeah! That's way better. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the creatures of the night will be on the top. As night falls, two worlds, one of sunlight and the other moonlight, blend into one.
Which animal is?
Animals like the banded mongoose search for their last bits of food before heading home to sleep. Digging with sharp claws, he searches for his favorites: worms, snails, insects, and even the prized eggs. Once satisfied, he will return to his big mongoose family and curl up in a safe burrow for the night. As daytime animals settle down to sleep, the forest comes to life. Hidden amongst the shadows, nocturnal animals emerge from the dark silhouettes of the forest. With the body striped to provide the perfect camouflage, a fishing cat appears along the riverbank.
Cat.
This cat loves to swim and dive underwater and wears a layer of fur so dense that water cannot penetrate it. It is this layer of fur that keeps this animal warm and dry, even in chilly waters. The number of fishing cats in the wild is rapidly declining due to habitat loss and poaching. They deserve our protection before these quiet hunters disappear forever. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the world of the night hunters. I've often been asked, how do nocturnal animals survive in the dark? Well, they have different unique adaptations that help them to do so. For example, the owls! Focus your attention up these two staircases. We have two beautiful owls joining us today. Before we move on, we do need everyone seated. So no one standing in the stairway, please. Everyone please remain seated. Thank you. Okay, now on this side we have Rainbow, and Rainbow is a great horned owl. Great horned owls can be found in North America, and they are the largest species of owls that can be found in that continent. And over on the other side we have Midnight. Midnight is a Malay fish owl, also known as a puffy fish owl. These owls, they can be found in Southeast Asia, even right here in Singapore. In fact, they are the most common species of owls that can be found locally. Now I have a question for you guys. How many of you believe me when I say that when owls fly, you will not hear anything coming from their wing flaps? How many of you believe me when I say that when owls fly, they are completely silent? Okay, a couple of hands here and there. Well, we're gonna have a demonstration for all of you guys. What Midnight is gonna do, Midnight is gonna fly all the way down to stage. But in order for this to happen, we need your help. Please remain seated. Do not try to reach out to touch the animal. Keep your flashes off. And be very, very quiet. How about a round of applause for Midnight? Now, do you guys hear anything coming from Midnight's wing flaps? Nothing right now. This is because owls have softened feathers on their wingtips, allowing them to glide silently over fields and meadows as they hunt for their prey. Now, what kind of animal do you think an owl hunts for? What kind of prey do you think an owl hunts for? Mice? Anything else? Any other guesses? Rabbits? Not likely, but mice? Rodents? Anything else? What's that? Snakes? Yeah, larger species of owls probably do feed on smaller species of snakes. But a big part of their diet consists of rodents. And rodents have a very sensitive sense of hearing, which is why it is very important for these owls to be able to fly completely silently in order to catch their prey. Anyway, that's all the time we have for our two beautiful hours, so how about we give it up for Midnight with Aji Kipli as well as Rainbow with Manuga. Thank you. Now from the Kings of the Skies, we're going to be moving on to the African continent. This next animal joining us on stage is one of the smallest, the smallest member of the canine family. So let me just set the stage up for next very adorable animal that will be joining us real soon. Just get your cameras ready. Just be very, very patient. At any moment now, Foxtrot will be joining us. And here he comes, everybody. This is Foxtrot. And Foxtrot is our fennec fox. Our fennec foxes can be found in the Sahara Desert as well as some parts of the Middle East. Now these animals, they are very agile. They're able to jump up to 1 meter high up into the air as well as 1.2 meters forwards. Now this helps them in two things. It helps them to both catch their prey, and it also helps them to escape from predators. Now one of the first things that you might notice about this fox is how big his ears are. Now these ears are able to grow up to 6 inches long. Now that's 6 inches, and these ears do two things for the animal. It helps them to both have an acute hearing power and also helps them to dissipate excess body heat, which is a very, very vital adaptation for this animal when living in the harsh desert conditions. That's about all the time we have for Foxtrot. How about we give it up for Foxtrot with Eliza? Wonderful. Now that was one of the smaller species of carnivore that you can find in the African continent. But next up, we have something larger. So please remain seated and remember, no flash photography. A famous hunter from the African continent. This animal possesses a keen sense of smell, able to detect carcasses from many miles away. This is the spotted hyena, largest of the hyena species. They possess powerful sets of jaws able to crush the bones of even elephants. A common misconception about these animals is that they are primarily scavengers, but the truth is they hunt up to 75% of their own kills, making them more active hunters than even the lions. And yet another common misconception is that due to their canine-like features, people often believe that they belong to the canine family. But the truth is, they are more closely related to the cats. And speaking of cats, we are expecting the African Slander, so keep your eyes glued onto the exhibit. This is not the animal we're talking about. This is Aji Kipli, and Aji Kipli is just going to be setting up the stage for our next animal. Okay, so let's just be patient. And here she comes from the darkness. Any moment now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cash, and Cash is our servo. Servos have slender 4 paws, enabling them to dig into holes and burrows to search for their prey to eat. And they also have powerful hind legs, allowing them to jump up to 15 feet high up into the air to catch a low-flying bird that is slow to take off. So let's see if Cash shows some of that jumping ability for us today. Eyes on the target. Ooh. Beautiful jump! How about a round of applause for Cash? That was a beautiful jump. Thank you, Cash, and thank you, Aji Kipli. Now, if you happen to take a look at the back of Cash's ears, you will notice black and white markings. Now, these black and white markings, they are known as ocelli. And ocelli act as a natural deterrent from predators sneaking up behind these animals because they look like eyes in the dark. Fuzzy, can we have all ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a slight issue. We might have a missing animal somewhere in the crowd. So, just do me a favor, stay very calm. Check beneath your feet, check your bags, make sure nothing has gotten inside. If you see anything, just give us a shout. We will be right there. Okay, just give us a. Whoa! Have we found it? We probably scared it away. Nice shoes. We're supposed to be looking for an animal. I think you better go check out what's happening behind. Guys, it's very serious. Why are you all laughing? It's very serious. Okay, come here we go. What's going on? We need help. We need 2 people to help us today. Okay, so I'm going to be needing 2 adults to help me out. 2 people above the age of 18. 1-8. Okay? How about you, ma'am, in white? Yes, you, that's right, you. Yes, put your bag down, come join me on stage. Yes, come. Okay, I need a man this time. I need a man. How about you in black, sir? Come. Yes, join me on stage. Come. All the way onto stage, and I want you to go into the dark corridor over there. Okay, all the way into the dark corridor. And say hello to darkness, my old friend. She's absolutely adorable. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Maggie! Absolutely adorable. Don't you just want to cuddle with Maggie? Okay, anyway, this is Maggie, and Maggie is our Burmese rock python, and these pythons can be found, as their name suggests, in Southeast Asia. So before we get to know our 2 volunteers, I said, hi ma'am, please do not squeeze the snake, because if you squeeze the snake will squeeze you back. Okay, very nice. Hi, so what's your name?
Richard.
Richard,
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Beijing.
Richard, all the way from China! Yeah, give him some encouragement. Okay, I'm going to be holding on to the snake right here. I want you to remove your right hand. Take it away. Have a few of Maggie with that hand. Use that hand. Have a few of Maggie. It's good. Okay, now. Right, smooth. Right now, put your hand back below. I'm going to ask you a question now. You're going to have to answer. Okay? Is she smooth and dry or wet and slimy? You already gave the answer.
Very smooth.
Very smooth and very... Is it dry?
No, it's not dry.
It's not dry. Okay, maybe you can take your hand and wipe it on your shirt. Take your hand, wipe it on your shirt. No, your hand. Use your hand to wipe your shirt. Yes, okay. Now have a feel of Maggie again. Is she smooth and dry? She's dry, right?
Dry.
Okay, now put your hand back below. Now snakes are actually very smooth and very dry. The only reason why they might appear wet and slimy is because of light glistening off their scales. So remember, snakes very smooth, very dry. Okay, hi ma'am, what's your name?
Iris.
Iris. Iris.
Iris.
Iris, where are you from?
I'm from China.
Iris also from China! Okay, Iris, you don't have to feel the snake or anything, but have a close look at Maggie's head. Okay, just kidding. Okay, look at Maggie's head. I'm gonna ask you this question. How many times compared to the size of her head do you think she can open up her mouth? 1 all the way to 10 times compared to the head.
7.
7 is 5.
Huh?
5.
5.
5 is the correct answer! Wow, you know so much about snakes. Snakes are able to dislocate their jaws and open up their mouths 4 to 5 times the size of their head. And they do this in order to swallow their prey whole. Okay, so since we are all looking good on stage, we're going to take some photos. Get your cameras out, keep your flashes off. If you're going to post any pictures up on Instagram, remember the hashtag Night Safari Singapore. But before you post online, please make sure we all look good. Otherwise, please delete the photos. Thank you. There you go. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to move on over for our audience on the other side. Here we go. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay! As you can tell, Maggie is quite a handful, so Manuga here is going to help to carry the snake back home. So volunteers, you can let go of the snake. And please remain on stage. Both of you, please remain on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, how about we give it up for Eliza, Manuga, Kenzie, and Maggie, our Burmese rock python. And now the 2 of you, you have done an amazing job, so we're not going to let you leave empty-handed. This is a limited edition Night Safari badge from all of us right here in the Night Safari. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, how about we give it up for my two very brave volunteers?
If you don't do something about it, many more will soon join the list. There are many things that we can do to save the environment, such as do not waste water, do not waste electricity, and above all, do not litter. So, what I have here is a few items. Tin cans and plastic bottles. These are common everyday items that we found littered throughout the night, safari every single night. These items come from nature in one way or another, and they all have something in common. They all can be one more time, they all can be recycled. Now cast your eyes to the back. We are going to invite our faithful assistant come here to show us what we can do to start to make a difference. Alright, and this is his trainer, Mr. Anand, going to guide him how to do the recycling. Come on, Sheila, everybody is waiting for you. Ding, ding. There he is, everyone, please meet Seal, our Asian small clawed otter, the smallest species of otters in the world. Seal, over here, Seal. Not over there. Yeah. See? Yeah. Yeah. Doing a live show and working with live animals is like this. We are not the boss. They are the boss. So they're going to decide whether they're going to do it or not. We cannot force them. Alright, looks like he's coming out. Oh, no, he's at my shoe. Yeah, over there. See it? He's just roaming around. Looks like he's going to do it. Alright, what are you going for? Tin cans or plastic bottles? Okay, going for tin cans. Alright. Okay. Okay, say, I don't want to do it today. Okay. Looks like Phil is a bit busy doing something else. And Phil, who's going to do the cycling? You want me to do it? Is it? I can assure you this is not the part of the show. Yeah. So I need to do the job. Okay, it's okay, never mind. It's my... Okay. Alright, so which compartment does this tin cans go? Aluminum compartment and plastic bottles? Into the plastic compartment, everyone see our Asian small clawed otter, the smallest species of otters in the world. Even though they are very small, but they are carrying a big message, and the message is reuse, reduce, and one more time, reuse, reduce,